Hey kids, today's lesson is fairly straightforward. So how do we accomplish this drawing? Well, if you look at it, this one we could probably draw using our top view, and then on the front view over here, we can cut out these little boxes after we draw the initial view. That's my plan. Let's carry it out and see how it works. As always, I'm going to a new standard part. We are doing English. Once we get to our drawing screen, I always like to go to my model tree, bring down origin, right click on the planes, and bring up their visibility. This just always helps me see the drawings better. I'm turning to isometric view here. That's just touching that top corner. Looking at this object, I think drawing it using the top view down is my best bet, and then using the front plane, cutting or subtracting these boxes away from my part to make this special key. How are we going to do that? Well, I'm going to go up to Start Sketch over here. I'm going to pick a plane that's going to give me my top view. Again, don't get too caught up in this right now. If you're on the front view or the right view by accident, we're eventually going to learn how to fix this. Right now, we're just learning the basics of the program, so don't get too caught up on that right now. Now that I'm in my sketch mode, I'm going to go over to my line, and I'm simply just going to sketch out this top view. I'm going to go up 1 5/8. 5/8 is 0.625 in decimal form. Zoom out a little, pan over. This object is now 5 5/8 long, so I can do 5.625. Or if I wanted to, I could simply do space 5/8. Either way, same thing. This point right here is just 1 inch down, so I just hit 1. I'm going to come back almost all of the way. Now this is the part we have to do a little math here. So as you can see, my object is 5 5/8 long, or 5.625. And I need to subtract 1.5 inches from that, 1.5. That's going to give me 4.125, or 4 1/8. So I'm going to type in 4.125. That'll bring me to my corner. Now I'm simply going to come down my dashed lines, then I am parallel with this line. This object now is completely closed. That means all of my points are attached. I have these little yellow dots here saying all of that. At this point, I just want to finish my sketch. I want to extrude this object up, or adding material to it. So let's hit extrude. And this object looks like it is 2 7/8 or 2.875 tall. That looks close to the object, but if you look at my object, I have these little boxes cut out. So we still have to draw those. That's going to be the subtractive method of drafting. This one I'm going to go to a front view, or the view looking at it. This line here represents that little part that goes back. Remember, features always show up like that. The plane really doesn't matter because I'm subtracting material. So if I'm a little above it or a little below it, that's okay because it's going to go all the way through the object. So I'm simply just going to this front part of this sketch here. So it doesn't matter. I could draw on here or I could draw on the plane. It really doesn't matter. I am going to sketch in this box, which is 2 5/8 long by 5/8 deep. 5/8 deep. That is one of them there. Now I have to repeat the same thing down here. Up 5/8. I can come over. I'm using my dashed lines to know when I am parallel. Come back, and there's my object. At this point, I can finish my sketch. Again, all of my points are closed, and this object is ready to be extruded. So I'm going to go up to Extrude, and I could actually select both of these at the same time. Now the only downfall to doing this is you're going to create one feature over here. And sometimes when you have to edit a drawing, it's kind of a hassle to edit a whole giant sketch instead of individual parts. And plus, if you make a mistake, it's a lot harder to fix down the road. Right now, it doesn't matter. We'll do both of them at the same time just for time's sake. These are projecting out. I want them to go the other way. It automatically cuts it in. Doesn't matter the distance because the distance is going through the object, so all I can do is hit OK. And we're finished. There is our special little key. Again, what we're learning here is how to add or remove materials as we're making our part. This is going to become very valuable when we start designing out our own things. Well, that's it, kids. If you have any questions, please come see me. If not, good luck on your drawing.